Now, many people worship devatas and they don't know the kind of impact which happens in their devata across. I know one lady who said, I'm having a very, very disturbed married life. I checked up the horoscope. The horoscope looked okay. But then I asked her, do you worship Bhadrakali or kind of Durga across as a person? She said, yes, I worship Bhadrakali Ma. And I told her, Bhadrakali is a devata for war, spirit and fighting. Why do you want to do that across? This will create a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, and you will find it very difficult to be peacefully communicating with your husband and wife. So she said, what do I do? I said, it is there written in the scripture. If you see, the marriage of Brahma and Saraswati is the most compatible thing. The marriage of Vishnu and Mahalakshmi is the most compatible thing. The marriage of Shiva, Lord Shiva, and that of Shakti shows lot of energy disturbances. Lord Shiva will not be liked by the father-in-law, and in fact the Shakti will pick up fight with him constantly and will try to compete with him as a person and in terms of dance, and he is forced to shut her up by showing his linga in the dance. So that is the kind of a marriage across. If you see the marriage of Brahma and Saraswati, you can divide the life into three kinds of couple, or Subramanya or Ganapati. Now these are different kinds of marriages across. For example, the marriage of Brahma and Saraswati, the people will be like philosophers, educators, people will be interested in knowledge, people will be very, very interested in developing their knowledge across. It is like two professors getting married. It is like two teachers getting married across. They will generally have a peaceful life. Their value system will be very high and they will be able to get along very well between each other across. Now that is the Brahma and Saraswati. They will be interested in arts like that of the Veena, like that of the music, dance, kind of arts. They can be very interested across, and generally they will have a proper routine. They'll be free of bad habits across. Now this is the marriage of Brahma and Saraswati. Then there is a marriage of Lakshmi and Vishnu across, and generally the couple, maybe they are very not so rich at the beginning of the marriage. After the marriage, the husband starts making a lot of money. The wife takes care of the house. The wife becomes very, very pretty. She is very interested in artistic things across, beautifying the house, and they start becoming richer and richer. Their value system is in object, money, philanthropy, helping people, and generally the man does not say no to his wife. He kinds of he is the Kalpataru or Kamadhenu, where he fulfills all the wishes of the women, and whatever she asks he can manifest across. I know one multi-millionaire whom I went across. The person gave the latest cell phone. In fact, he had so many servants. He could have given the cell phone by the servant. He got it and he asked and he made sure that he got the best of the things across. So that is the Mahavishnu Mahalakshmi marriage. You can see Mukesh Ambani and his wife. They bring up the children across, and all of them are very, very successful, and generally it is a very, very peaceful and a happy married life. The marriage of the Lord Subramanya and that of Valli, they have a kind of love relationship and they fall in love and they get married. They oppose their family members, they get married. Yet the husband is very loving towards the wife. He is little upset and can be little angry across, but he will be very, very professionally very successful, and she will be very pretty. It's like Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli marriage. He is Mars and she is Venus. They got attracted to each other across, and their married life is successful. They make a lot of money and they have grown over a period of time, and the man has a lot of enemies and which he wins over across. It's a kind of a physically the person will be very fit. Army officers and sports people and engineering people, this kind of marriage across. Then there is a Lord Vinayaka Siddhi Buddhi marriage. The man loves food, and she prepares all kinds of different dishes of the food across, and the man is very, very successful. He sits in the place, he's a shopkeeper, he's a businessman, he's able to attract a lot of people across, by which he is able to make money, and he has a huge presence across. I saw one lady who was very, very pretty, got married to a man who was very, very bulky across, and they were wondering how she got married across. So, but it is a marriage of Lord Vinayaka along with that of the girl across. So, such is the marriage, and the marriage between Shiva and Shakti is a love marriage. The parents will oppose, and as the time progresses, the person will have a lot of difference of opinion between each other. The wife wants to have a kid, the husband does not want to have a kid. The husband wants to have a kid, the wife does not want to have a kid. They tend to fight with each other. They are very, very competitive. They ask themselves who is better, who is superior. These kind of a lot of difference of opinion will be there across. So please understand that whatever Devata you worship, that is the kind of marriage you will have. Now I know somebody who actually said, I fell in love, divorced the wife, and again I've got married. She has fallen in love, divorced, and again she got married, and we feel we are compatible with each other. I asked him what he does. He does the puja of Bhagavati across. So you have to understand this kind of problem across. There's one lady who came and told me, my husband is not at all interested in physical activity, sexual activity. I asked him, does he do the puja for Hanuman? He said he is a big Hanuman Bhakt, and he is not interested in physical contact. Hanuman is a brahmachari and therefore is not physical contact. So please be careful about the kind of devata you do it across, and the kind of niyama who has to be taken across. Now there was a lady who was doing Baglamukhi sadhana, and she goes on talking. I told her, when you do Baglamukhi sadhana, you will need to be quiet. You should not communicate, talk very much across. So that is the problem with many people. They do not know how to follow the niyama nishta. So that is the problem. So if your marriage is incompatible, please check the devata what you have done across. You want prosperity, you want growth, then don't get into Mahashiva and Durga Mata's puja prayer. You will have invariably incompatibility. There is somebody who came and asked, I did Rudram. I said people who do Rudram will not have a wife. Their wife will die early. You see Jagi Vasudev, his wife has died. So please understand that if you want a peaceful samsaric life, I'm not talking about renouncement, but if you want a peaceful samsaric life which will give you a lot of pleasure, happiness, success, growth and development, so it is better to take Sattvic sadhana and worship. These things are not seen in the horoscope. Now many people tend to worship. I know one guy who did Bhairav sadhana. He had divorced his wife. There's another lady who came to me and he said, my husband is doing a Bhairav sadhana. He has gone across. He stays at the edge of the village, and a lot of people come to visit. He is not interested in me, and he drinks alcohol across. The mind will become like the devata what you worship. That is what is the Indians found out. So please be very careful about the kind of devata you worship. Yad devata tat bhava, yad devata tat manas, tat buddhi, yad devata tat karma. The karma will get amplified, exaggerated with the kind of devata you worship. So please be careful. Now you can take, somebody called me up and he asked what is the devata you should do. I said Guru. Guru is a better devata for you to do it across. So please be careful about the kind of devata you want to do. And instead of worrying about whether your Kula Devata is correct or not, the Ishta Devata has to be very, very clear. Then only you would be able to have a very peaceful coexistence across. So please be clear and do not do sadhanas which will disturb your mind across, and it can create a lot of incompatibility between the husband and wife. Do take care, and if you have any doubts, spiritual doubts, do ask me across. Thank you.